So hi class, today we're gonna go ahead and do is review the present perfect. And I know a lot of my students are still having questions about how to use the auxiliary verb have or has. So here I went ahead and showed you I have, you have, he has, she has, it has, we have, and they have. What I've included in our notes or in our presentation today is the following. We need to be able to understand why we use the verb, or not the verb, but the word ever at any time. So an example is, remember that ever is used in a question. Have I ever? And then you add your verb. Have you ever? Has he ever? Has she ever? Has it ever? Have we ever? And have they ever? What we need to make sure that we understand is, if I'm going to be writing examples of this for my English class, I need to make sure that I'm organizing this correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the pronoun I. Okay, but remember, I don't say I. Okay, I need to make sure that I know that it's have I ever been mean to you? And so this is a way that we can go ahead and make a sentence with have I ever? Have I ever been mean to you? Okay, a question, okay, for the subject he. Now instead of having to say have, we're gonna say has. Has he ever? And then I'm gonna use something that we should all know, eaten sushi. Has he ever eaten sushi? I want to go ahead and use a different pronoun, and so we're going to go back to have. Have we ever studied for a test? And then the last one is, I'm going to use it, so we go back to has. And I think that most of us should know this word rained. So has it ever rained in October? So let's read our examples again. Have I ever been mean to you? Has he ever eaten sushi? Have we ever studied for a test? Has it ever rained? So the one thing that I want to point out to my class, to my students, is the following. Right after I say have I ever, I'm using a verb. Has he ever? I'm using a verb. So everything I'm highlighting right now is a verb. So the verb here is been. The verb here is eaten. The word or the verb studied, and then the verb rained. So please make sure to pause the video. Okay, today's assignment that I want you to complete independently is for you to write 5 examples of questions using ever. So make sure that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 examples. Again, make sure that you have 5 examples. I want you to take this time to write. So make sure to pause. So once you come back, make sure that you understand, you go through this. So let me delete this. You have this information, so you can pause the video, you can rewind the video, and you have here the breakdown, the pronoun, the helping verb, and then the word ever. And then this is how we start them, have I ever. So you can go over this again. So you can pause this video again. If you're ready, okay, we are now going to start with the word never. It is different. So we still have our pronoun, we still have our helping verb, and then now it's at no time, something that has never happened. So here we still have I have, you have, he has, she has, it has, we have, they have. My word is never, 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 never. So here, have I never? Have you never? actually, okay, let me go ahead and pause this. Okay, if you're wondering, why does it say have I never? Okay, it is incorrect. So we want to go ahead and say I have never. So I just went ahead and copied directly from up top, but that is incorrect. So we want to start with you have never. He has never. She has never. It has never. We have never. And they have never. So again, que Ms. Guerrero, que I made a mistake. So remember, it's I have never. And then now we put it all together. The pronoun, the helping verb, and then the word never. I have never. You have never. He has never. She has never. It has never. We have never. They have never. So the same thing that we did on the top part of this, we want to make sure that we know how to write sentences. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the word you this time. You have never traveled to Uruguay. So again, you have never traveled to Uruguay. Now we want to go ahead and change that to she. She has never spoken, let's see, Chinese. And the last example we're going to have is they have never cooked fish. So some of these words might be familiar to some of you. Some of these words might not be familiar with you. Okay, but remember that we want to continue to expand our vocabulary. So my example, you have never traveled to Uruguay. She has never spoken Chinese, and they have never cooked. So the same thing that we did on the top, I want to go ahead and be able to do with never. So let's go ahead and pause the video. You're going to go ahead and do 5 sentences. So make sure that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sentences. Please make sure that you have a total of 5 sentences. If you have any questions, okay, please let me know when we meet back in class. So for now, pause the video, okay, or go over this information again. I have never, you have never, he has never, she has never, it has never, we have never, and they have never. So thank you.